Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts, our beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Welcome to O'Brien Group Arena for the second derby of season 2017 between the Melbourne Ice and the Melbourne Mustangs. This time it is the Ice's home game. And last time round, these two sides played. Last week, it was a 2-1 victory to the Ice over the Mustangs. A game where the Mustangs certainly impressed a lot of neutral supporters and even some Melbourne Ice supporters, and probably their own supporters, with the effort they put in last week. And, of course, followed up with a win against the Adelaide Adrenaline. My name's Michael Clough, and I'm joined in commentary today by Steve White and Paul Jaffa-Watson. Welcome, gentlemen.
Well, thank you, Michael, Steve. Yeah, my first comment is about Baxi, about Jason Beckley. He's out with a torn right MCL in the knee. Happened in the first period last week against Maxime Perron, that sleuthed him, took his leg out. I don't care which way you dress it. It was totally unnecessary. A pro hockey player of his calibre, Perron, knows better. And Baxi's out for 12 weeks on crutches and doesn't deserve that. And I'm a bit disappointed in Perron.
And Steve, you got anything less controversial to say in Roper?
Oh, it's a hard act to follow, but no. Second derby of the year, 28th edition of the Yarra Cup. Between these two teams, historically, the Melbourne Ice have the advantage by a long way. But, as I've said before, history means nothing when it comes to the Melbourne Derby. You might as well just wipe the slate clean every single time, because as we saw last week, it produced a classic, and we hope that it does the same this week.
And here's a bit of a turn-up.
Yeah, Austin McKenzie on the third line. That's starting.
So opening face-off is won by the Mustangs. There's your favourite player there, Maxime Perron, run the face-off. Now it's McMahon for the Mustangs out towards O'Kane along the boards, and he's ridden hard in the boards as well.
Yeah, the boys are fired, the Melbourne Ice boys.
Starting goaltender this game, Dane Davis for the Ice. Nick Novosedlak for the Mustangs was impressive in his Mustangs debut last weekend. So now it's Mustangs again through O'Kane, looking for McDowell, but the Ice have numbers and should be able to clear. So Delsar chasing the puck, but it's going to be an icing call. And, of course, with all stream games, we love to see your tweets come in on the screen. Just use the hashtag AIHL Game Day, or even use the Twitter handle, AIHL Game Day, and you'll see your tweets on screen.
Well, last week's game, Steve, that you called, it was a game of both goalies, and they both stood on their head.
Absolutely. It was two brick walls at both ends, and Davis and Novosedlak both manning the pipes again. Fraser Carson expected to be out for quite some time for the Mustangs. So,
no, that's not good.
So Novosedlak and Jack Hayes will have to bear the load of goaltending duties.
But they've got an opportunity now.
Correct. And Novosedlak was outstanding last week. So as we see Daniel Hamilton
beautiful.
discussing
how long in the game are we?
with Charles Franson. Just a
Wonder how Daryl Sweetie is.
Well, he's going to be pretty fluent by the end of the season, if you're considering how much half of Stockholm's on the Melbourne Ice bench this season. As Kokkonen will come in to take the draw against Matt Armstrong. The Mustangs win it. Burke fires it back to Beatty with a shot, and that's blocked aside by Davis. Vyasov buck in the high slot and shot out to the half wall. Vyasov bumps there with Armstrong. Beatty pinches in, meets the shoulder of Webster as Dahlberg skates onto the puck here for the Melbourne Ice, looking for the pass out. Now here to Armstrong, manages to get it out to Webster, looking for Delsar at centre ice. As icing washed out as Jack McCoy goes back to get it here for the Mustangs. Delsar on this first line to try and provide some energy here off the opening draw. There's Matt Beattie. Been quite the pickup so far for the Mustangs this season. Gets some close attention there from Mitch Humphreys. 13:43 left here in the first for Yasov. With Tommy Powell sitting on 149 AIHL goals in pursuit. This one shot now to the left of Davis, forced into action to take it away from Kokkonen. He shoots it up to the half wall as Mitch Humphreys tries to dig it out. Kokkonen forced to retreat to neutral ice to get a line change. Damien Bright played his 100th AIHL game against Adelaide just last Sunday. Fires it right back in. Bright has it now. Looking for the pass over here to back to Bellick. Pass there looking to Sean Jones as the Melbourne Ice fire it right back in and change personnel while doing so. Bellick now. Back in his own zone. In on the forecheck there is Otterson for the Ice. Shot up now here to the half wall to Sean Jones. Fires it out here to centre to Bellick. Gets bumped off it there by Webster. Try to fire that in for Matty Stringer to skate onto, but he's turned it right over to Dalberg, and who gets us up to Otterson and all the way up now to Victor Gibbs-Shadeen. Swedes on the ice. Firing at it, and a save there made by Novosedlak in his first real test of the game. Back to the point now. Misfiring there was Webster.
Here we go.
Losing his streak. Here's a breakaway now here for O'Kane. He shoots on glove. Save by Davis. And he holds on. Two great stops at each end. And with still nothing.
Good hockey all round there.
Yeah, then that save, I think there was a bit of a look at it and weep, wasn't it?
Oh, mate, you know your goalie's on. He just says, I got it. And the glove comes out, and it's good night, Irene. Yeah, he had that covered all the way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What a save. So face-off in the ice zone. And the Mustangs will get the puck from the face-off. But it's been turned over. So
That's
Brown
it.
scored 2 goals.
Good
The
play.
2 goals Melbourne Ice scored last week's derby. Now Chris Wong back towards Jeremy Brown. Battle in the corner. Wong gets a shot away. Novosedlak makes the save, but the puck spills free. Mustangs have numbers, should be able to clear the zone. O'Kane is pinned to the boards. Brown will get it back out towards Baronzelli to Graham. So Graham will go back towards Baronzelli. It leaves the puck behind. He goes stretch pass out towards Humphreys. Plays come unstuck. Baronzelli out wide. Out towards Joey Hughes. Will wind up. Sides against the shot. Pass looking there for Humphreys. Couldn't get the tip in the end.
It's a good lineup this for Melbourne Ice.
So Humphreys in the corner, in the boards there by Stringer. Humphreys still in control of the puck now. He's lost it. And the Mustangs clear. So Kokkonen will take the blue line. And we'll wait for support, then has to play it in the corner. Well, his attempt to play it in the corner has come a little bit unstuck. So now McCoy for the Mustangs. Poke checked away from him. And then Armstrong rides him into the boards, and Darrell's going to call a penalty. So it looks like the Mustangs will get the first power player of the night.
Really? Let's just hope it doesn't take an hour for these penalties to be delivered and play to restart.
Well, as Matt Armstrong has a conversation, let's have a look at this.
So it's a stick lift, nothing.
At boarding at most, in my opinion.
Which I think is what is being called.
Oh, okay, I thought he was given the 2 and 10 signal.
How do you get boarding out of that? He had...
I said at most, Jeff. Open to interpretation. Just take your pills and be quiet.
So face-off won by the Mustangs.
I'm just trolling you, baby.
Thank you, brother.
Beattie keeps it in for the Stangs. So battle along the half wall. Mustangs will get control of the puck as O'Kane. Back out towards Beattie. Davis with the save. Now Perron. To Beattie. Back to Perron. Back to Beattie. Back to Perron. So the imports hogging the puck at the moment. Shot in them was wide, and they got a very hard bounce off the boards, and Davis will glove that one. Face off.
Davis is very good with the pucks down low, and I love if you're watching this at all, if you can see it, watch him watch the puck. He doesn't miss a beat. He follows play by play,
and he's been getting better for the Melbourne Ice. I was a bit scratchy that first weekend, but he's been good since then.
Yep.
The Ice win the draw. Todd Graham rims the puck around, looking for Jeremy Brown, stolen off of him, and here come the Mustangs. There's Perron now.
Watch Perron, he'll take your leg out.
Fired back to the point. Beattie puts it right back in. Brendan McDowell couldn't gather this one in. Stringer can. Shovels it back in for Graham to gather in and fire right back down the ice with Jeremy Brown in pursuit of Matt Beattie. Just a minute remaining on the man advantage. The first one of the game for either team, and Brown's got some time and space. Fires from the top of the circle and ends up in the opposite half wall and fired right back down the ice in a time-chewing measure for the Melbourne Ice as Michael McMahon hands this one off to Jamie Burke, one of the All-Star captains for the AIHL All-Star game at this very arena in just a couple of weeks' time as he skates in over the blue line. Burke now scored his 100th AIHL goal last week in this very fixture. Jones had his pocket picked and it's hand passed out of the zone there by Delsar. And over the goal line, and 20 seconds remain here on the power play. Not much doing here for the Mustangs so far. As getting ready to rejoin the action is Matt Armstrong, but spotting Sean Jones at the point. It was Michael McMahon. And Dolbo skates it up now here for the Ice. Hits his man here up at centre. Here come the Ice. And Selden in front, and Vadim Vyasov picks it off. And maybe just a little bit of hesitation there from the Ice. Probably shot when they should have passed.
Yeah, quite right, Steve.
And that's the end of the power play. At 0-for-1 this evening are the Melbourne Ice as Armstrong rejoins the action. The puck flicked up here to Sean Jones. Graham, though, wiser to the puck than Jones was. Hands it off now here to Baranzelli. Looking for Gibb Shadeen now against his former club. Gibb Shadeen now had his angle delayed somewhat there by Bright. Gibb Shadeen still got it. Throws it in front, and Bright's there and cleans up for the Mustangs. Trying to hit O'Kane there at the opposite blue line. And doing well to force the issue there was Baranzelli. Davis comes out to seal the deal, and Graham had his possession dispossessed there by Pat O'Kane. And calls for a hold there on Todd Graham as Maxime Perron fires it right back in. O'Kane going to skate after this one. As Otterson fired that one up, Backman lost his edge. Fired just right.
Second time in 30 seconds, lost his edge.
Of the net there by Davis. And Maxime Perron has it now here for the Mustangs. Just spoons that out now to Pat O'Kane. Slapped back there by Baranzelli. Gathered in there by Otterson. And he gets it back as both Mustangs and Ice change personnel here in an arm wrestle here in the first period. 8 minutes of it to go. This second Melbourne derby of the season.
You're quite right, Steve. No one can control the neutral zone at the moment. No one.
Graham. Slap pass up there, ends up with Beattie, puts it right back, and here come the Mustangs the other way through Bellick. Bellick to the outside of the top circle, sends it in front, and Stringer just couldn't put wood to puck. As Jones right back to Beattie, fires, and that's wide of the net of Davis. Pendulum swinging in favour of the Mustangs in these last couple of shifts. McCoy tried to keep it in as Armstrong has it now here for the Ice. Armstrong in over the blue line, got Dahlberg with him, goes to him now. Dahlberg fires, and that's right in the chest of Novosedlak. Actually, I think it hit his defenseman right in front, Beattie.
It did.
As Armstrong gathers it back in, hit a power shot, and that's saved there by Novosedlak. As both teams trading scoring chances at each end, and we'll have a whistle.
Good offensive hockey both ways here at the moment, gentlemen. And as I cast my eye around the crowd, this place is full. It is a good house.
Yep, it's McChockers here tonight.
Yeah.
But the Mustangs, I think the tactic they seem to employ is they're going the stretch pass, they're going the hitman, they're going to try and catch the Melbourne Ice defence on the hop.
Yeah, they're doing it on the stretch pass, you're right.
So face off, and it will be the Melbourne Ice who will get possession of the puck. So now Wong out towards Hughes. Hughes had it poke checked away from him and keep control of the puck himself, centre back in the corner out towards Jeremy Brown. To Brown. Now Hughes. Shot and in the, I think it may have been blocked, but the Mustangs are going to clear. And that will be icing against the Mustangs. I'm sure they'll be happy to take that one.
Yeah. So what I'm picking at the moment is Mustangs are running 2 lines and Melbourne Ice are running 3.
With a 4th spare.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a big effort from the Mustangs if they're just going to run 2 lines.
Yeah, they'll get... Well...
Over 3 periods of hockey, that could make a big difference. But the Ice have control of the puck now as Buckman will go back out towards Carpenter. It's Carpenter out towards Buckman. Had it poke checked away from him. Now Vyasov for the Mustangs. He's tied up. there by Webster with Gibbs-Shadeen in support. So Otterson to Carpenter out wide towards Gibbs-Shadeen, who nearly joined us in the commentary box. I felt that in my chair. So puck spills free. Mustangs have it now. So Maxime Perron. And a lovely little pass there to the top lane, but in the end just couldn't get control of the puck to get a shot away. There was Vyasov. So Gibbs-Shadeen now towards Webster. Melbourne Ice can take a breath. Pass looking for Armstrong. He didn't see it coming, wasn't aware. Been caught napping. McMahon, the new Mustangs captain for this year, has control of the puck now. Looking for Vyasov.
Good pressure by the Mustangs.
Now it's Humphreys for the Ice. Will take the blue line. Gets a shot away. Novoselak with the save. The Ice get it back now through Powell. Powell will fire on net, looking there for Humphreys in the tip. Humphreys pinned to the boards. Kokinen and Armstrong. Now Perron holding up Armstrong. In fact, it was McMahon. Lovely little pass out towards Powell. Shot just a little wide. So Powell looking for Humphreys. But the Mustangs organised in defence. Now Armstrong. To Humphreys looking for Graham. Managed to keep it onside. And fire shot away. It was unintentionally blocked by the Mustangs, Kokinen. And Kokinen will go out wide towards Bright. Outlet pass. So Steve Ballick will just send that one in the corner instead of going to his brother Andrew Ballick. O'Kane. Looking for Ballick. In fact, both Ballicks teaming up on that occasion. None of them can keep control of the puck long enough, but it's been turned over. There's a chance there for Jones, but it's offside.
Oh, he read
and you
it
can see Sean Jones' eyes light up. Here's my chance.
He was off to the races then, wasn't he? Yeah, and why not? It was a good opportunity, just offside. Well, you're right about the tussle. I can't pick it at the moment. Neither team's broken. Neither team can control the neutral zone. Good, tough tussle at the moment.
As the draw finally won there by Joey Hughes after 2 or 3 goes there at the lines. And here's Nick Dalbeck here for the Ice. Out now here to Chris Wong. Member of that silver medal winning team at the Div 2A Worlds in Romania just recently for the Mighty Roos. You get down there, here's his brother Marcus looking there for Jeremy Brown. That's going to be icing, and we'll have a whistle.
A little bit of frustration there. They've got more time, and they've got to make the most of this. Passing is so crucial in the game is getting faster, and therefore don't hold the puck on your stick. Get rid of it, give it a crisp pass straight up. That extra second makes the difference.
So Anton Kokinen to take the draw here against Joey Hughes. 5 points already on the year. As Burke looking for a pass now here to McMahon. Brown in a foot race here with Corey Stringer. And Stringer's long reach proves the victor, but Brown comes up with a remainder and he moves it right in. Here's the Ice and a save made there by Novoselak. And great forecheck there from Jeremy Brown, or it has created the first goal of the game.
Talking to Jeremy before the game, and he's happy to be here. He said last year I was tired, I didn't have a break, and he's just enjoyed having a break over the summer period, and he's fresh. He's really hungry.
Same with Wahib Judge. Big shout out to Lee Brown back there in Montreal, father of Jeremy. And I'm sure he'll critique me on my pronunciation of Maxime Langelier-Perron, but we've got a face-off.
Well, I don't care what you want to critique Lee Brown on. He still owes me 5 beers. So, Lee, if you're listening.
Is that why you're so angry today, Jack?
I hope you're well, Lee.
So there'll be 5 Molsons in the post for you, Jaff.
That's not a beer.
So 3:29 remaining as this one shot out by Damien Bright as Carpenter leaves it here. Icing negated. Webster gathers it in here for the Ice. Here's Carpenter now.
Move the puck. Move the puck.
He skates through centre with a time and space. Still got it. Jack Carpenter over the blue line. Just backhands this one in. And we're trying to clear that one with Steve Bellick. And the Ice come away with it. Backman fires it right in. Otterson picks it up now here for the Ice. Shakes off a couple of checkers. Gibbs-Shadeen throws it in
there
front.
It is.
And they score! Backman with the first goal of the game. And the Melbourne Ice go up 1-0.
Good pressure.
And that's what it was, Jeff. It was pressure. Melbourne Ice they're starting to get that pressure on Nova Siglak.
Yep.
Annette, as organised as the Mustangs have been in defence, it was always going to be a case that one opportunity was all the Ice needed.
There it is. The build-up to that is what you didn't see. And the Mustangs had their heads on swivels. They just didn't know where the puck was.
So that's Christopher Backman's 5th goal of the year in 4 games, 7 points. And he's in the lead for goals scored for the Melbourne Ice. It's 1-0.
So face-off and the Ice will have it, but it's been just poke checked away from Humphreys. So Beatty leading the puck for the Mustangs. Now Armstrong. Just tight on the boards by Matthew Beatty. He's got a fair size to him. Now, man, it doesn't have a fair size to him. Pat O'Kane gets a shot away. Davis just bats that away. Comes well out of his crease. Mustangs love it. Perron fans his shot. Now Armstrong protects the puck. But it is the Mustangs going to win out now. Perron gets a shot away. It was well wide. Now out there pass for the Ice to Powell. Just fire a net. Nova Siglak easily just bats that away into the corner.
Good time for a line change for both teams.
Now McCoy for the Mustangs. Wong will lead the race, and that will be an icing call against the Mustangs.
Well, just see how the Mustangs respond. 1 minute 56 left on the clock. Haven't done a lot wrong. They've just got to get some shots on net.
And of course, the Mustangs is the first of a double-header. Again, they play Adelaide tomorrow like they did last weekend. Now from the face-off, well, Hughes has it.
Oof.
Try to get out towards Brown. Play's been broken up, and here come the Mustangs. Perron will send it into the corner. Wong will get there first for the Ice. Looking for Dahlberg. Stretch pass to Hughes.
Here we go.
Hughes gets control of the puck, gets a shot away. Nova Siglak makes the save.
Do you know, keep your eye on number 72 and number 21 for Melbourne Ice. Jeremy Brown and Joey Hughes, good combination. And Chris Wong, he'll certainly complement that line.
Well, you have said in the past, Jeff, that Jeremy Brown is the new Joey Hughes.
Yeah, he is. There's no doubt. I actually said that to him in the rooms. And Jeremy laughed.
So 95 seconds remaining in the period. 1-0 to the Ice. It's a shot through traffic and a rebound, and both saved by Nova Siglak. That was on the second account, and it remains 1-0.
They've got the momentum at the moment, Steve.
They do indeed. They do indeed. And it'll be interesting to see, because last week it was basically a game of the pendulum swinging each way. There seemed to be a response from the Mustangs and from the Ice every time either team managed to foray forward as McMahon, and that was also the story in the Adelaide game too, as Adelaide managed to plow on 3 goals and try and make a game of it. The second period is stolen, and well, fortuitously there for the Mustangs, it comes out the other side of the blue line. Burke had it poked away. Here's Backman.
Great defensive work from Liam Webster there. Great poke check.
For the Melbourne Ice, goal scorer so far in this game. And that's gathered in there by almost by Gibbs Shadeen. There's 1 minute remains here in the first period of this Melbourne Derby. Gibbs Shadeen throws it out. Here's Carpenter with a shot. Oh, and it's blocked by his own man. Gets the rebound. He shoots again. And it's saved there by Nova Siglak, who did just enough to turn it left. Here's Gibbs Shadeen. Muscles his man off the puck. Manages to gather it in. But the Mustangs come away with it and start an attacking rush of their own through Kokanen. Kokanen pulls up, waits for reinforcements to arrive, turns around, fires. That one was off the skater Webster. And here comes Castelsar now for the Ice, 2-on-2 here with Carpenter in support. Hands it off now, looking for Powell. Moved in front, and that one sprayed wide and out of the zone eventually for Yasov. The lone hand up forward for Mustangs. 18 seconds remain. He fires this one in deep. Davis forced into a save. Graham takes over for the Ice, looks up Ice, finds his man Delsar. His time expires here in the first, maybe one last opportunity here for the Ice. And fired right back out by Brendan McDowell as bodies hit the floor, but that will be that. It's the Melbourne Ice. It's nothing after one period.
Well, great tussle. Good end-to-end hockey. Good body work. Some good defensive work. No, neither team controlling the neutral zone. However, Melbourne Ice are just creating more pressure and better opportunities.
And you and Steve mentioned it just late in that period. Looked like at the moment that goal created a bit of a momentum shift in favour of the Melbourne Ice. So you have to say the Mustangs probably be happy towards the end to make sure they held only that 1-0 deficit. They can reset for the second period.
Quite right.
So to wrap things up at the end of the first period, it is the Melbourne Ice who lead the Melbourne Mustangs 1-0. But coming up,
what is it?
3rd and 1st of January. Yes, my life story. But no, the 3rd and 4th of June in Melbourne here at O'Brien Group Arena. It is the 3rd annual AIHL All-Star Weekend presented by ABA Group. Here with the All-Star format, we've got plenty happening over the weekend for your entertainment. Now, we have to have a look at looking ahead to the Saturday. It's a perfect way to see ice hockey and the skills that make our game so great. On Saturday, we've got the individual All-Stars compete against each other for prizes of the series skills competition. We've got the fastest skater, the hardest slap shot, a breakaway challenge, the elimination shootout, shooting accuracy, and everybody's favourite, the goalie race. Because I know one thing we love seeing goalies make big saves at their creases, but one thing we love more is to see them just randomly skating around the ice, trying to push each other out and starting a fight.
Why is everybody so unkind?
Absolutely.
To goalies.
Absolutely. And afterwards, you'll have the chance to meet the 2017 All-Stars. They mingle with fans at O'Brien Group Arena. But moving on to Sunday, it is the All-Star game itself with the puck dropping at 2 p.m. The format for this All-Star game, we're playing around with it. This coming year. We've got the first period is 20 minutes, where teams will be 5-on-5. The second period will be 15 minutes, where it drops down to 4-on-4. And what looks, I reckon this is shaping up to be really exciting. The third period, it will be 3-on-3 for 10 minutes. And if you've been watching the NHL over this year, overtime 3-on-3, really exciting. Now, the rosters, well, you've got the two team captains. You've got Team Burke and Team Webster, because you've got two captains that absolutely love each other.
Oh, they do. Great mates.
Yep, with Melbourne flavour, of course, Liam Webster from the Melbourne Ice and Jamie Burke from the Mustangs. The lineups for the two sides, well, for both sides, you've got Michael McMahon, the new Mustangs captain, on Team Burke. Todd Graham from the Melbourne Ice sitting on Team Burke as well. Matt Beatty, who's we're seeing out there, joining his fellow team Mustangs teammate. Nicholas Dahlberg. You got Tommy Powell, Christopher Backman, and Matt Armstrong. And from Team Webster, looking at the players in this game, because we've got Liam Webster, Michael James, the backup goaltender for the Melbourne Ice, who was a former Mustang player himself, is in the lineup as well. You've also got Paul Baranzelli, Australian representative. Just having a look through there, Sean Jones, former Mustangs captain and former Melbourne Ice player.
I'm looking at that. I'm seeing Sean, Geordie Gavin, Joseph Hughes and Pat O'Kane. Hey, not a bad lineup. And Greg Oddie for Team Webster. And looking at Team Burke, it's equally as strong.
Yeah, Tyler Noseworthy, I'm sure he'll be sniffing for a goal or two. So that's two action-packed days of ice hockey entertainment. The 2017 AIHL All-Star Game presented by APA Group. It's a perfectly priced for families and groups. Tickets starting at $19.95 with two-day weekend passes from $39. It's a great weekend out in Melbourne, so get your tickets and head over to the AIHL.com to book yours now. We look forward to seeing you there. Welcome back to O'Brien Group Arena for the second period of play in this match. The second Melbourne Derby of season 2017 between the Melbourne Ice and the Melbourne Mustangs. It is the Melbourne Ice who currently lead 1-0 in what was a pretty tight period overall, the first period. Jaff, I thought the Mustangs were very organised defensively, but the Melbourne Ice started to wear them down.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. And the structure seemed to break down in both offensive zones for both teams. It's end to end. Both coaches are saying the team that makes the least mistakes is going to win tonight. That's how they're both judged in the first period, independently.
And I think that is a fair call. And we didn't see too many glaring mistakes.
No.
Any of them were what's called pressure mistakes, the unforced errors.
Agreed.
You just hope this game isn't decided on a howler by somebody. So, opening face-off for the second period, and it is the Ice who have control of the puck. As Dalbert gets out towards Gibbs Jardine, so the two Swedes steaming up, looking for Otterson. It's going to be a race to the puck, and McMahon will get there first for the Mustangs. But only as far as Gibbs Jardine for the Ice. Goes back to the point, just kept in by Webster. Good teamwork, though, by the Ice, as Buckman sent that one into the corner. Outlet pass by the Mustangs, unsuccessful. Now Stringer. Tried to clear it. He was also unsuccessful. Good forechecking now by the Ice. Eventually the Mustangs do clear the zone. Here's a great chance for O'Kane. So Otterson goes back and get the puck back once again as a Melbourne Ice player is down behind the scenes. To give Jardine rink wide pass out towards Webster. Here's a chance there for Backman. Backhanded shot, and Novoselak makes the save.
Novoselak was a great save.
And flipped up well there by Buckman, but unfortunately couldn't find a Melbourne Ice player. As Humphreys will go back to the corner. Dalberg tied up by O'Kane. Now Humphreys. Past the corner, unsuccessful, being turned over, and then O'Kane stood up. Humphreys, one of the smallest man in the league, acting like one of the biggest.
That's what the game needs.
That's going to be a bit embarrassing there for Humphreys. It's going to be Fiasov going to the penalty box, and the Melbourne Ice will go in the power play.
I don't know. I think there's a bit of salesmanship there on behalf of Matt Armstrong on that.
Well, we'll see it on replay.
Matt and Fiasov get two. Let's have a look. This is the penalty. Yeah.
A little bit.
yeah.
He's been to your acting school, I think, there, Steve.
And here's the hit.
Good hit.
Yeah, nice clean hockey hit that one.
Yep. Good on you, Pat.
So the Ice to the power play, their first opportunity of the game. As the penalty to Vadim Vyasov. And 13:25 remaining here in the second. Armstrong beaten to it by Kokanen. And the Mustangs trying to whip that one out as Burke heads to the bench for a line change, and Graham heads up with the puck. Shoots it out at the blue line. Camping there was Joey Hughes. Hughes moves in, shoots, and he scores! I thought Novoselak had made the initial save, but it's just creeped through glove side. And Joey Hughes with a power play goal makes it 2-0.
That was a clever shot.
It was, but not sure about the save. Just see here on replay, it's Joey Hughes. Yep, he's looking the other way, so playing the dummy role. And I'm going to be honest, I think Novoselak should have had more of that.
He should have had it covered. He should have known where his pipes were. Wow.
So Joey Hughes, who leads all Melbourne Ice players in points, 7 on the year. That made it 8. Third goal of the season in 5 games, and it's 2-0 to the Ice. Just moved out. Now here to Bellick. Back in there by Wong. Stringer out to Sean Jones. What have the Mustangs got in response is question numero uno. As Chris Wong now puts it right back in. Here's Steve Bellick for the Mustangs. Out to Bright. 2-0. The scoreline, if you've just tuned in. Shot out to neutral ice. Here comes Sean Jones to the Mustangs. Hands off now here to Voller. Voller now. And back out to the point. Held in the line. A shot. And that's grabbed by Davis, and he holds on.
Now, Jeff, do you think the Mustangs, they've been willing to play the high-tempo game the Melbourne Ice have played, and they've been willing to match it. Maybe is it time to try and slow the game back down here?
Yeah, no, they're better to keep the pace up. They slow it down, they'll only frustrate their own tempo.
So face-off, and eventually the Mustangs will get control of the puck. Now in the corner, but there's going to be Carpenter for the Ice. Battling the half wall. Mustangs through O'Kane, unable to keep it in. Park spills free. Perron. Now Webster will send that in the corner. And, well, Webster just keeping a hold of Perron's stick, and hope Maxime got the word about Liam Webster and sticks. Now battle behind the Mustangs crease. Nice kick control the puck. So Gibbs Shadeen taking the puck against Matthew Beatty. He did well, and then Carpenter keeps it onside, but has turned the puck straight over. So Beatty for the Mustangs will drive towards it. Lovely little pass out towards O'Kane. And Davis, I think, had that one covered.
Yeah, he did. He read the 2-on-1. It was a good play by the Mustangs. But
beautiful setup.
Yeah, Davis saw it. What I'm liking about
I think he's staring down his defence at the moment as well.
What the Mustangs are also doing is they're finishing their checks. Perron, I'd like to see how you go, boy. I'd just like to see how you would go.
You're so angry about him, Jack.
Well, mate, I didn't like what he did to Jason Backley. It's as simple as that. Take someone's leg out. Why?
Okay, you and Maxime back sheds after the game.
All right, I'll have a crack. So, draw one here by the Melbourne Ice. Here's Graham. Tried to fish that puck up, back in. Fired back in. There was the puck by Michael McMahon. It ends up in the netting. We'll have a whistle.
Yeah, but a compliment to the Mustangs game is they're finishing their checks, and that's a good sign. It tells me that every player's in the game. Mind you, they're staring down 2-0 at the moment because Melbourne Ice are playing the smarter hockey.
As you see Jamie Burke, who had a 100th goal last week, and Tommy Powell sitting on 149, lined up at the face-off. The puck now taken away here by Mitch Humphreys. Down the far side, in over the line, just a little chip and chase. Got to the puck first there did Michael McMahon. Armstrong throws it out, looking for Graham. It went by both defensemen as far as the Melbourne Ice were concerned, and one of them, Baronzelli, gets back to it first and fires it right back up now here for Humphreys. Armstrong and Stringer.
Sorry, mate, what I like about Mitch Humphreys is he never gives up, ever.
As Armstrong just stiff-armed Corey Stringer to the ice. Here's Vyasov now. Graham gathers the puck in, fires it right back on, and that's wide of the net of Nick Novosedlak. Gathered in here by Dahlberg. And puts it in down low here for Tommy Powell. Nice evasive action taken there by the Melbourne Ice forward. As Humphreys runs out of real estate, Burke throws this up ice, and icing is negated here by the linesman. As Dahlberg back first to get it. The smoothest skaters that we've seen recently in the AIHL. Pleasure to watch. As Jamie Burke did enough to force this out to Senek. Jones couldn't get to it, though, as Marcus Wong can, and puts it right back up now here to Joey Hughes. Hughes now to Chris Wong. Chris Wong moving in. And Stringer did enough to take the angle away, but Wong took the puck away from him. Brown, nice interplay there from the Ice forwards. Brown and Chris Wong combining. And the Mustangs live to see another day. 10:06 remaining here in the second frame.
They're under siege.
Here's Joey Hughes with a shot, and a blocker save made there by Novosedlak. Brown now here to Bellix. Chops that one away from Chris Wong, who gets double teamed. It's thrown right back out in front, and all the way back now here to Dane Davis for the Ice as the Mustangs change personnel. Marcus Wong has it here behind his own net for the Ice. Passes this one up. Looking now here for Otterson, who fires this one in deep and retires to the bench. Rimmed around all the way here for Dahlberg to gather in as he gets tied up there by Jack McCoy. Forcing the puck in over the line there and gathered in by Vollop. Here's Perron down the outside. Perron trying to cut towards the net. And puck just gets away from him, but throws it back to the point now. Beatty throws it in deep. Gathered in by O'Kane, but stolen here by Liam Webster. And he passes it out now here to Gibbs Shadeen. Ends up with McCoy and all the way back to Beatty at his own blue line, looking for options up ice. One of them in front of the net was McDowell. He gets the pass out now here to Perron. Here come the Mustangs. Perron fires, and it was blocked before it got through to Davis. Perron ends up with the crumbs. Up to the top of the circle. He's done well to control the puck. Hands it off now. McCoy with a shot and through traffic. And Davis, I didn't think saw it, but it didn't get through to him. And it ends up here in the corner. 8:49 to go here in the second. Still a 2-goal margin here to the Melbourne Ice. McCoy gets put into the glass. Beatty comes to his assistant and skates back through neutral ice. Beatty and just offside.
Yep.
There was Pat O'Kane, and we get a whistle.
Mustangs are playing with a shortened bench. They're trying to get some drive, and it's succeeding at the moment.
Certainly seems to be stabilising the situation.
No, exactly. What I like about Mustangs is when they get a little aggressive, they seem to go up a notch in play.
Well, they've got players who can do it, like, you know, Mr. Burke, for example.
I mean, controlled aggression.
So Kokanen wins the face-off for the Mustangs. McMahon will send that one deep in the corner, and Baronzelli would lead the race now. Pass to the slot, but no one was there, and here's a chance now for Brown. He's tied up. Has support there in Hughes. Back to Brown. Brown out wide. McMahon just with a handy little stick ties him up. But it's Hughes who has it. We'll go for the wraparound.
There it is.
The shot there by Wong was just a little wide. But it was almost like it was a set-up play there for the Melbourne Ice. So Burke, being quiet by his usual standards so far today, especially the Derby, gets a shot away and Davis makes the save.
Absolutely, all day.
And then Jamie Burke just gives Davis a shove, and Chris Wong wants to jump in there. Denying the fans what would be the ultimate fight, especially after the All-Star game, Burke and Webster.
Yeah, be good.
And it looks like Darrell is sending Jamie Burke to the penalty box, as you would have to assume, you know, having a bit of a run at the goaltender. And I'm just wondering, actually, he's heading towards his bench. I'm wondering...
No, he wants a stick.
Okay, yep. But I was wondering there if he was, for all the lip, he was going to get an early shower.
No. Well, the crowd are loving it. Jamie's good for putting bums on seats. I'll give him that.
He is. Yeah, Derby wouldn't be the same without him, I've got to admit. The first one when he retires is going to be a sad affair.
A bit sad. Oh, Joey's going too? No, Joey's just checking it out. So what do we have here? Off balance. I'll just get you while you're off balance. Nothing.
Off balance, yeah, which was really aimed at Davis. It's like, I'm just going to push you into your goaltender and see if I can take you both of you out while you're there.
Yep.
And then he looks surprised, but there's a penalty. Like, who, me?
So power play here developing for the Ice, and seeming to be their second one of the game. 1 for 1 so far this evening, as Dahlberg retreats here for the Ice.
And that's the detriment too of Jamie Burke's indiscretion.
He's
undisciplined.
Hands off now here to Jeremy Brown. Put back out to the point to his opposite number, Dahlberg. Skates away with it.
Oh,
taken away here by Brown at centre as the Ice regroup. Well, they're not going to, with Gibbs Shadeen losing his edge. There seems to be a bit of a divot patch there in centre ice. A couple of players have lost their edge so far in this game in that same area.
Yeah, correct.
And we'll see what the Ice cut's like at the intermission. As this one fired wide on the net of Novosedlak. Vyasov's got quite a bit of time and space. He just tries to eat up a few seconds here on the penalty kill. 1:10 of the power play to go for the Melbourne Ice. 7:08 remaining here in the second. As Dahlberg just gathers his thoughts and waits for his teammates to complete their line change before he moves the puck out and down the near side here to Joey Hughes. He chips this one in, looking there for Tommy Powell. Armstrong sends his man to the ice. Jones, puck loose here for Graham, did well to keep it in. Here's Webster. Webster fires and he scores!
What a rocket! What a rocket!
Top shelf where Mum keeps the cookies and the Tim Tams. Liam Webster scores, and it's 3-0 Melbourne Ice power play goal.
If you're a young person watching the hockey, you want to know how to shoot a puck, follow Liam Webster. What a shot. He has a rocket of a wrist shot.
Here's the play.
Look at that.
And top shelf. That is top corner. That is perfect.
Yeah. Whether the goalie was up or down, it wouldn't stop that shot. Liam Webster has a fantastic shot, and the execution there was just second to none.
And you're right, it was a wrist shot.
Yeah.
At that speed, they're very hard to stop at any level.
Yep.
That's Webster's first goal of the year, and he's just 3 points behind Tommy Powell all time, as it's now 3-0.
It could blow open here.
That it could. Now Humphreys, but that is going to be offside.
Right. What do, Mustangs? You chip it off the boards, you run and gun a little, and change the style of hockey and get some shots on.
And do you lengthen your bench again? Try to bring in some energy players.
Yes.
So face off neutral zone, the Ice have it. Now Powell left it behind for Armstrong. And he's happy to concede some territory, give Melbourne Ice a chance to breathe and set up. Sends that one into the corner, leading the race is Powell for the Ice. Graham will shoot just wide. Now Humphreys. Humphreys tied up there by O'Kane. Stringer's also there, McMahon. Tied up by Powell. And the Mustangs, well, they really should have released the puck much earlier, but it's come up well for them as O'Kane. He'll get a shot away. Davis offers the rebound as he went for the glove save. But again, it works out okay for the Melbourne Ice as Powell will drop pass back towards Baronzelli.
Good play.
Out wide towards Armstrong. He's sent into the opposite corner. Beatty, only as far though as Brown. So Brown, now it's Hughes, couldn't get a clean touch of the puck. Winding up there was a Dahlberg. Shot was blocked. Chance for the Mustangs. Goes with the stretch pass, but only goes as far as Davis, who will happily glove that one. And we'll have a face-off.
High energy stuff. You know, I can still see Liam Webster's shot there, and the flex on the stick, you know, it just...
You'll be dreaming of that shot tonight, won't you,
Well, it's
Jack?
a lot of power, mate. Yeah, I will. A lot of power.
So 5:22 remaining. Mustangs needing a goal to get back in this one, get some momentum going. As Burke digs at the puck there with Brown. Almost found its way back to Burke, but it's found its way now to Wong. Stood up there by Beatty. Managed to keep his feet. As McCoy backhands this one off. Chris Wong still got it though. Threw it in front. Blocked all the way out now here to Carpenter at the point. Shot was blocked. And out comes out here to Kokanen. Kokanen in over the line. Still got the puck. Did well because Kokanen fires short side. And Davis took enough of the angle way to deny him. Vyasov collides there with Davis. Carpenter puts it into the corner. Joey Hughes with a bit of space to deal this off to Chris Wong at centre. Wong now over the line. Hands it back to Hughes. A shot and a save there from Novosedlak as he was going 5-hole. Got the paddle down. Forced it behind the goal line. Voller digging there for the Mustangs, as he talked about. Third line on now here for the Mustangs, hoping to generate some kind of a spark.
Yes, needs energy.
Steve Bellick tries to dig at the puck. It's loose. Novosedlak the save. And here comes Voller. 3-on-3 break now for the Mustangs. Voller, well, looked like he got tripped. Not according to the referee, as Vyasov's shot goes about half a foot wide. Stringer can't do much. Voller puts his man into the dasher. That being Backman, who got the opening goal of the game. And, well, a 2-on-2 scrum, and that's going to be about 6-on-6 the way this is going.
More efficient than the Melbourne Rebels scrum, I can tell you that much.
Oh, absolutely. There's Otterson now, out to Gibbs Shadeen, in behind the Mustangs have had. Gibbs Shadeen shoots, and a save made by Novosedlak. There's Gibbs Shadeen proving some problems there for the Mustangs on that shift. Otterson.
Move there's Rob.
Yeah, that one's loose in front. They try to stuff it home, and Novosedlak to save. Penalty coming up. And it's going to go against the Mustangs. Brendan McDowell, the offender on that occasion. And back to the power play, head the Melbourne Ice.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to see that again.
Well, almost a penalty you had to give away for the Mustangs, but this is a sign of where the game's at for them, that they're scrambling at the moment. Defensively, yeah. It's a scramble.
It is at the moment. They just restructure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But you had to take it.
Yeah. It's because you're second to the puck. You've got to be skating.
So Melbourne Ice on the power play as Graham gets a shot away. Now Webster, who scored the last power play goal for the Ice. To Hughes. Gretzky's offers his favourite place on the ice.
Good play.
Now Graham decides against the shot. Webster winds up, shoots, shot that was blocked. Now O'Kane will clear the zone and Webster will go back for the Ice. Perrond on his tail. And, well, Webster's calling for a penalty, but none forthcoming. Now Gibbs Shadeen out wide. He's tied up along the half wall. To Graham and Webster for the Ice. Up against O'Kane. To Powell. Gets a shot away, and Novosedlak will cover that one up.
Perron and Webster. Good little tussle out there.
And just see it here again, and I didn't see there was too much. If anything, he could have gone the other way around. I think it could have been a trip. So.
Oh, well, I didn't see that, did you?
Oh, yeah, of course you wouldn't. You've only got one eye at the best of times.
I got the parrot on the other eye.
That was a trip all day, but the Melbourne Ice get away with one.
Yep, they did.
So 2:36 remaining, and just over a minute remaining on the penalty to Brendan McDowell for hooking. Here's Beatty starting out for the Mustangs. Hits Kokanen at centre ice. One-on-one with Dahlberg. Kokanen all by his lonesome. Just tries to eat up a few seconds. Tried to nifty little pass there. Hither to Beatty. Beatty with a backhand shot and a great setup there from the Mustangs. And almost turned into a scoring marker. But Davis kept it blank. As that puck fired the length of the ice back to Dahlberg as he retreats behind his own goal. 35 seconds left on the man advantage here for the Melbourne Ice. Dahlberg in front of his own net, passes up ice now, looking out here to Backman in over the blue line, pulls up, fires it off now here to Otterson at the other point. He puts it in deep into the corner. Back to Otterson now at the point. Scoots this over to Dahlberg, looking for a shooting lane. A one-time shot there from Backman that had plenty of sting on it. And out now here to Otterson. Now to Gibbs Shadeen. Back now here to Otterson. Fires, and that one's blocked up high. And back out to the stick.
2 seconds on the
Backman.
penalty.
Dahlberg back to 5-on-5 hockey as McDowell rejoins the ice, as that shot was just inches wide as Jeremy Brown has it now for the Ice. He hands this one off back to Brown in behind his own net. McCoy muscles him off the puck. Brown's done well to at least buy his team a bit of time to get a line change. This shot out to centre and gloved down by Dahlberg. Had it poked away from him temporarily by McDowell, but Dahlberg now still has the puck. Beautiful display of stick handling here from the Swede. Dahlberg gets put into the glass, loses his lid almost in the process, and the Mustangs get this out of their zone finally. Jones in a foot race here with Cass Delsar. Delsar beats him to it, turns back up ice, throws it across ice. Corey Stringer's there for the Mustangs. McKenzie is as well, as is Todd Graham, who's got it now. Back to McKenzie, in front of the half wall, puts it back in behind the net. Todd Graham doesn't know where it is, finds it finally. Has to shake off Michael McMahon. Graham and McMahon, the two defensemen colliding there. Two of the taller players on the ice. As the puck now in front of the Melbourne Ice bench, they'll have to touch up as they're offside. And the Mustangs now with 25 seconds to maybe have one last opportunity. Jones touched the puck just to wash out the icing call. As Graham has it now here for the Ice. Hands off now here to Paul Baranzelli. Won the Goodall Cup with the Sydney Ice Dogs in 2013. Here's Sean Jones. Backhand pass out now here to Beatty. 5 seconds remaining as the Mustangs may be looking for a shot, but I think time is going to get the better of them as that does it here at the end of the second period. It was all Melbourne Ice in that period. They lead 3-0.
The reason why Melbourne Ice dominated in that period is they kept moving their feet. They were continually circling and they never stopped. They didn't glide. Hence, they were first to the puck and first to the net.
And they forced the Melbourne Mustangs defence to scramble.
Yeah, it did. They didn't know which way to look. They were continually circling. They controlled the neutral zone. All the forwards were giving options. They were creating themselves to be an option.
Okay, so on the weekend of the 3rd and 4th of June here at O'Brien Group Arena in Melbourne is the 2017 AIHL All-Star Game presented by APA Group. Now, if you're not familiar with the format of an All-Star weekend, it's over 2 days. On the Saturday, we have the Sills competition. You've got the fastest skater, the hardest slap shot. You could have the hardest wrist shot there for Liam Webster. The breakaway challenge, stick handling, elimination shootout, shooting accuracy, and the goalie race. And after that, you can meet the 2000 All-Star players at O'Brien Group Arena. And on the Sunday, puck drops at 2 p.m. for the All-Star game itself. With the format being the first period of 20 minutes, we'll have the typical 5-on-5 hockey. The second period over 15 minutes will be 4-on-4. And then the third period will go for 10 minutes and it'll be 3-on-3, which will be really exciting. And looking at the team rosters for the two sides, well, the two captains, it's Team Webster from Melbourne Ice and Team Burke from the Melbourne Mustangs. And you've got plenty of players out here today in that game, including Nicholas Dahlberg, Matt Beatty, Todd Graham, Mustangs captain Michael McMahon, Joey Hughes, Sean Jones. It's a two great lineups. It should be an exciting weekend. So make sure you get your tickets. It's starting from $19.95 and with 2-day passes at $39. It's going to be a great weekend here in Melbourne. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, head over to the AIHL.com and book yours now. We look forward to seeing you there. So to wrap things up at the end of 2 periods here at O'Brien Group Arena, the second derby for 2017, it is the Melbourne Ice who lead the Mustangs at 3-0. We'll be back shortly with the third period of play. Welcome back to O'Brien Group Arena for the third period of today's Melbourne Derby, the second of season 2017 between the Melbourne Ice and the Melbourne Mustangs. It's the home side. The Ice are currently lead 3-0, and they've got a real stranglehold on this game, despite the Mustangs' best efforts. Jaff, defensively, I think the Mustangs have been good, but the Melbourne Ice, you mentioned that during the outro to the second period, Melbourne Ice are just skating there, making the move.
Yeah, they are. And if you're watching the game, you watch the neutral zone, the wingers are always curling. They're not standing still the whole time, and they're creating options by doing it. And you're right, the Mustangs' defence just can't pick up on it. They don't know where to be. They don't know where to take their guide from.
And the Mustangs get themselves back into the game
by simply chipping it over and running it down. So a lot of hard forechecking. Ugly hockey. Ugly hockey's the way they get back into it.
And the next goal, particularly if it's an early one, is going to be crucial. The Ice get it, it's game over. The Mustangs get it.
Yep.
Seat to hope.
Correct.
And looking at the shot there of us in the commentary box, now normally there's at least two set of glasses, but not normally. Normally Steve's one of them.
Yeah, Dan, look at you. You're looking a bit distinguished now.
Strange feeling, actually.
Can you give him back to Steve, please?
Yes, I will. So from the opening face-off, Melbourne Ice have it. So Gibbs Shadeen. Now Otterson. Back towards Gibbs Shadeen. Texbuck gets back out towards Otterson. Nice setup. And it's a goal of the Ice. Oh. Christopher Backman scores. And that's exactly what the Mustangs did not want.
This game's going to blow open. Good shot, good setup, good finish.
And that was almost a training run set up for the Ice as well. That's something they would have been practicing. They're not meant to be that easy in the game situation.
No. So that's Christopher Backman's second goal of the game. And he's 6 on the year. And yeah, picked his spot. Novosedlak thought he'd had it, but just a bit over the glove. And well, the Mustangs dig themselves a hole. And well, they have to score next, otherwise it's, I think, all she wrote is "See you later, Sally." Is
but the Saints' defence weren't moving.
No. As Vyasov now shot out to neutral ice, as Beatty throws the body there on Humphreys, on here to Tommy Powell off the top of the circle. Shot and a save made by Novosedlak. Joey Hughes. And now here's Vyasov down the near side. Kokanen trying to skate onto that. That's going to be icing and a face-off back in the Mustang zone.
So, I don't blame Sedlak too much either. He's not getting much support, but, he could be a little bit tighter in the net.
Yeah, I think he may have had a partial screen from his defenseman trying to flick the spot.
Yeah, I think you're being kind.
But, no, as I said, just a bit over, maybe misjudged the glove. And matters not, it was in the back of the net, and 4-0 to score. As this one moved out now to Delsar. Goes to the ice. Vyasov now muscled there by Ethan Cornford in the lineup tonight. Vyasov now.
He's playing against his old side.
He's indeed. There's Damien Bright. And well, that pass was to no one but Melbourne Ice players, and that player being Liam Webster. Sources this one over now here to Delsar. Delsar now gets ridden into the glass. Austin McKenzie behind the net. Good play. Back up to the point. Webster fires, and a knuckleball gets through to Novosedlak, who made the save. And the crumbs cleaned up now here by Jamie Burke. And he starts out now here for the men in white, orange, and black. Penalty coming up. That's going to go against Cornford. And
there's a slashing.
Nah, I believe it was a hook.
Pretty sure that was slashing.
Oh, you're right. Yep, I think that was Ethan Cornford just on the way through. He just gave him a chop. Well, Mustangs, pivotal power play for them coming up.
Not a way to make an impression there on your new coach.
No, yeah.
And a pretty obvious one.
This is big. This is big for Mustangs. They've got to get some pride back.
And they need a goal. Pride's one thing, but they need a goal back.
So, 5 players on the ice, 4 for the Melbourne Ice. So they are short-handed. Hughes and Perron about to face off. And the Mustangs really have to score here. McMahon. That now to Brendan McDowell. Fires, and that's wide to Dane Davis. The stringer cleans it up now here for the Mustangs. Puts it now hand here, Perron. Dish back to the point. McMahon and Perron play some give and go. Perron has the puck now. 18-11 here left in the third. Perron cross-ice pass had too much on it, and it was end up being behind Brendan McDowell, who has to hand this one back off to McMahon, and they had to catch the Melbourne Ice on a change. Here's Stringer, back to Perron, pulls up, Armstrong goes to the ice. Does Perron. Okay now, did well to keep it in. Sublime skating skills there from the New Hampshire native. I'm sure Sean O'Kane is tuning in at 4 in the morning on the east coast of the United States, as he usually does. Stringer. It's muscled there by Dahlberg. The puck forced over the blue line and out to neutralise. McMahon, the captain for the Mustangs this season, throws it out wide here to Perron as the rest of the Mustangs contingent change up.
It's a good penalty kill from Ice. They're playing a 1-3. One hard forechecker.
Here's Bachman, just wheels and deals and puts this one in for McCoy to go and get.
And they're changing the defence every 20 seconds.
Here's Otterson now for the Ice. Retreats, goes back to his countryman Dahlberg, who sources this one the length of the ice. And doing well at keeping the neutral zone firmly in Melbourne Ice hands at the moment are the Melbourne Ice, as Armstrong picked the pocket and moves in here one-on-one with Ellison. He scores! Sean had the goal. It's 5-0.
Well, Jeff, if I didn't know better, you would think Melbourne Ice were on that power play, not the penalty kill.
Exactly. One aggressive forechecker, and that was Matty Armstrong in that case. And he buried the biscuit. I'm afraid our good friend in the net there is just, put the cue in the rack. But good finish from Armstrong.
And just the lack of energy from the Mustangs on the power play so far. That, as a coach, you'd rip your hair out over
absolutely. That's just ripped the heart out of him. And Melbourne Ice's tails are right up now.
And do you consider making a goalie change now?
Do you consider it?
Yeah. No, you weren't big on pulling goalies, but would you consider the change?
No.
So now the Mustangs through Corey Stringer. With his own, but it's only as far as Graham. And that's off the stick there of Nova Sedlak. And it will be a face-off.
Sedlak's not happy. He's not happy with himself. He's better than this.
And we saw it last week. But he really should be also angry at his defence. That was that was not good.
No.
And that's being kind. Two players looking at each other while Armstrong steals the puck.
Because before that puck went in behind that goalie, there were 5 mistakes made in front of him.
So now McCoy for the Mustangs tries to clear the zone and does, but only as far as Hughes. And the Ice happy to concede some territory. Now Cornford out of the penalty box. Looking for Hughes. It's done well, keeps control of the puck, but McCoy with a handy little poke check. Still Hughes in control. Finds Gibbs Shadeen. So Gibbs Shadeen thought about the shot. Gets it out towards Webster, gets the shot away. Another chance for the Ice there, and Brown just went a little high. So now the Ice through Gibbs Shadeen, tied up there by Stringer. And in the pass, goes out wide. No one was there. The Mustangs should be able to clear, but Vadim Vyasov nearly steamrolled there by Gibbs Shadeen. Here's a chance now for Bachman. There's support the former Carpenter, couldn't get there in time as Kokanen breaks up the play. Now Gibbs Shadeen, backhanded pass out towards Webster. Though the pass was blocked by McCoy. Now Stringer for the Mustangs. Finally they clear the zone.
No structure. But that's okay. Dump in, Chase. Hard forechecker.
Well, if you've got no structure, it's always a get-out clause, isn't it?
Yep.
Sitting it in the corner.
Sometimes you've got to back your forechecker up.
So Stephen Ballick would go back and fade Nova Sedlak. Well, in the end, he gloves that one, but even that was a bit nervous.
Well, he's
a little bit annoyed with himself over that as well.
Yeah, his confidence is shot.
So you got Anders there, so he's coming in late, but I'm sure he'll be very happy with the result as it stands at the moment.
So, Anders, you had a good night by the look of things.
Good night / good morning.
Yeah. Too many pickled herrings probably last night.
Don't get started on the pickled herrings.
No. Is this one rimmed around now? Here's O'Kane, avoids the check there of Humphreys. Skated on to now here by the Melbourne Ice through Armstrong. The scorer from moments ago. As this one moved back down to Humphreys, trying to start another attacking drive here from the Ice. Armstrong.
Oh, there it is.
Leaves it in front.
Good
Great save, Novosedlak. As he goes post to post.
Yep.
And gets his team a bit of a lift. As this moved in now here by the Mustangs. And trying to lay out Perron there was Dahlberg, as he has a chop there at Maxime Perron, and they continue their joust. This one shot the length of the ice. Powell just onside, but not according to the Mustangs bench. As Bright wraps him up, as penalty appeals there for a hold, go unhilded. And both teams, digging at the puck in the corner. Here's Cornford now. Cornford just pulls up, gets put into the glass there by Bright, moved in front, and right on the doorstep there was McKenzie, couldn't jam it home. McKenzie back out to Baronzelli, and a save by Novosedlak. And we got ourselves a penalty coming up, as Bright has a few words now here to Ethan Cornford. And I believe it's Cornford who's going to be going, as he has a few choice words for Novosedlak. That's his second penalty of the game.
I don't think the coach would be too happy with Cornford, by the way.
Yeah, I think there might be a few words from Charles Frandon, possibly in English, maybe in Swedish, but they're not going to be pleasant, whatever language that's the second bad penalty he's given away. And
cross check right at Novosedlak.
It's just junk penalty. It's rubbish. No need to do it. Serves no purpose whatsoever.
No.
Other than the fact that you're probably going to find yourself not the team next week.
That's exactly right.
Particularly when you're 5-0 up.
Yeah.
of all time.
So Mustangs with the power play. Now it's about time to find their systems and get a little bit of confidence, because they play the Adelaide Adrenaline tomorrow in the second game of the weekend for them, which will be their home game. So Webster is able to clear the zone. And Novosedlak will just leave that there for the support. And a pass back. Again, slow movement on the power play for the Mustangs. Kokinen has it now. Will take the blue line. Will drive towards the net. Gets a shot away. In fact, the play's been broken up. Good work there by Davis. But finally, some attacking attempt by the Mustangs. So Kokinen tries to get out towards Burke. He's just kept that in. Now Vyasov. Play's broken up there by Otterson. And Burke will go out towards McMahon. So Burke out towards McMahon. They're playing far too much of this power play at the wrong end.
Correct.
So Vyasov tries to send the corner. I think there was Liam Webster, and he clears from one corner to the other.
Yeah. Fresh legs from Melbourne Ice and the PK.
In fact, both sides making a line change. But the movement of the puck at the moment from the Mustangs is so slow.
Well, it's because of the aggressive one forechecker they've got, and they keep swinging them.
And they nearly lost the puck again. Now O'Kane puts on the afterburners.
Humphreys is right up to that, did well. See, and Humphreys and Armstrong change, 20-second shift. Very good play on the PK. Good work from the bench, Melbourne Ice.
Now Beatty just a little drop pass out towards Jones, and also there was O'Kane. He's nearly wiped out by Delsar. Now Beatty. Beatty just looking for an opening for a pass. Eventually finds Perron. Gets a shot away, but it was wide.
Full strength.
Yeah, we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. To McDowell, to O'Kane, and Davis will glove that one. But looking at that power play from the Mustangs, it looks like they've run out of gas.
Yeah, well, you know, I really do got to compliment the defensive coaching from Charles Ferrans there. Very good. 1-on-3.
And Kokinen appealing there for a slash.
Yes, he was here.
Yeah. Had a case.
Yeah, he did.
So 11:34 to go. This third and final period. Second Melbourne derby for the evening. Sorry, for the year. I'm going to talk about the evening. We're playing 3 in a row. As Hughes will be here all night. As Bright takes the puck into his own zone. Fires this back out now here to Kokinen. He's forced to retreat. Oh, as Chris Wong gave him a whack. And things getting a little sticky out there. And I don't mean in humidity.
See, what he's looking for here is options, and he doesn't have too many.
as Wong fires it right back. Here's Bright again. He gets harassed there by Wong and turns it over now here to Jeremy Brown, moving in, hands it off to Wong, short side, they score!
Oh, were they ever caught out? They were caught out terribly on a 3-on-2 there. They had their pockets picked well and truly.
As Joey Hughes gets another, and it's now 6-0.
Woo.
Well, defensively, the Mustangs have fallen apart.
Yeah, have a look at this. Allowed too much latitude. Okay, now it's become a 3-on-1. All over.
Not exact. Can you explain to me what Damien Bright was actually doing on that occasion? It certainly wasn't helping his team.
No.
So, face-off, and it's the Mustangs who do win this one. But then the Melbourne Ice players could just raffle it in the end. They had time to discuss it too.
Well, a week's a long time in hockey.
As we've seen. Now, Jav, apparently I did hear a bit of talk that Charles Franzen wasn't happy after last week's game and really put the Melbourne Ice through the ringer, and this seems to be the end result of that.
Well, they certainly had an aggressive practice. 2 of them, in fact.
And the puck spills free. Another chance for the Ice, but Otterson couldn't get control of the puck. So Stringer does well for the Mustangs, but it's the Ice, however, now through Gibbs Shadeen to the top of the crease. Now Matt Stringer. Outlet pass only as far as Gibbs Shadeen. Now Backman. Towards Gibbs Shadeen, and he scores!
Oh!
And this is getting messy for the Mustangs.
Now I think he likes to just dig a hole now. It's turning into an embarrassment.
I think you've got to change. You've got to make, I would have made the change in the net a couple of goals ago, just for the sake of Nick Novosilak, if nothing else.
No, not even a movement. He's looked at it. Look at it. He's dropped his stick. He's given it.
Yeah.
He wants out. He does want out.
And you've got to make the change. This is now just, it's doing no good for his confidence.
Coaches don't know what to do in the Mustang bench while this is going on. Hang on, look, he's going to drop the puck. He's picking up the stick. Yep, no. He's going to soldier on.
So 10:15 to go, and this is turning into a goals for a booster here for the Melbourne Ice. Unless the Mustangs pull nothing short of a miracle here in the remaining 10 minutes. They've got to get on the board for some kind of pride. At least salvage something out of this game. Here's Perron, drops it off to OK, and he shoots! And that was into the netting, and we'll have a whistle. So this face-off will go outside. Here's the replay of this. Here's Gibbs Shadeen, and...
Oh, too easy.
Beautiful shot, though, to draw Novosilak over to the left side and slide it across the face.
Well, they're able to walk in, Steve. It's just Melbourne Ice has just got it too easy.
Indeed. But, I mean, this should have been addressed, 3 goals ago instead of 6 in, as Graham fires this one in. Here's Humphreys now on the chase. Humphreys pulls up, dishes it in front, and looking for it that time was Tommy Powell.
But even it was one Melbourne Ice skater playing hard, and 2 Mustangs not.
No.
McCoy.
Hence 3 fit lines from Melbourne Ice against playing 2.
And this is going to be a feature of the league, I believe, this year, as Armstrong touches up for offside and loses the puck in the process. As we talked about all through the season so far, the Melbourne Ice's depth.
Yes.
And that's going to destroy, well, not destroy, but going to be very, very difficult for a lot of teams to match with in terms of stamina, if not skill.
Correct.
Here's Delsar. Handed off now here to McKenzie. Perron. However, that being said, as McKenzie was looking for the hit.
Delsar lined him up.
Yeah, he certainly did.
As Burke touches this one, that's going to be offside, and we'll have a whistle.
But further to your comments there too, Steve, with Charles Franz's coaching style, bringing in a Swedish coaching style, it's going to take a while for the players to adapt to the game plan and the structure, and, week by week, they're getting better at it.
So neutral zone face-off. And the Mustangs win, and Ethan gets another shift with. I'm a bit surprised about after giving away 2 cheap penalties. Now the Ice have it. Dahlberg.
No, clever play.
Absolutely. Out towards Delsar, backhanded pass, looking there towards Cornford. And he sends it into the corner. So Corey Stringer for the Mustangs. Now it's Burke. Again, very slow outlet from the zone. And then it nearly goes straight back in. So Stringer goes out wide. This is not a bad setup now for the Mustangs. And a shot, Davis makes a save, offers a big juicy rebound and is forced to cover the second shot.
I don't think Davis will let the puck in now. He can sniff a shutout and he'll want it.
Well, for that first save he made, that was a clear intent.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
And they got Kristen actually feeling sorry for the Mustangs goalie. I think that's a fair call. Like we've been talking a few.
He has been excellent. He and his team has let him down.
But his confidence now being crushed.
Oh, totally. I get your call, Michael, about putting on the backup goalie, but there was no sign from the bench.
And I certainly would have made that move a while ago. Now Kokanen for the Mustangs. We've got a whistle, and it looks like it's offside. And we'll have a face-off. So it's going to be neutral zone face-off. With a pretty relaxed Melbourne Ice bench there.
Hughes is going to win the draw back to his defenseman here. Nope.
And then it's won by Stringer for the Mustangs.
Oh,
McCoy
clever.
stripped to the puck. But it's Beatty who will just go from one corner to the other. There in the form of McCoy. Pass not a bad one out towards Andrew Bellick, but the play's been broken up. It's onside. It stays that way. So Bellick now in the corner, looking for support. He's tied up. Good work by the Melbourne Ice. Stringer, though, still working hard for the puck to Bellick. And his pocket pick there by Hughes. Out towards Chris Wong. Back towards Hughes. Out wide towards Brown. Brown out looking for Hughes.
Yes!
And it's another one.
I told you, this combination is just going to get better as the season wears on.
So Joey Hughes gets the hat-trick.
Yep. And he's on fire, and Brown and Hughes, they just connect. They really do connect.
Yeah, when one Joey Hughes is for the opposition is usually bad enough. When you've got his clone on the same line, that causes real headaches. But yeah, this is training.
Yeah,
training
absolutely,
drill.
Absolutely. And the Mustang defence, they're not even.
And you look at Nick Sober, like that look at his bench. That is not a happy camper at the moment.
He's absolutely had it. I wouldn't want to be in that room after the game.
The last time we saw a goalie with that look, I think, was mid-90s, Patrick Roy, Montreal.
There you go.
So 5th goal of the year for Joey Hughes. He gets the hat-trick in this one, and it's 8-0. And they're trying to outdo the Mustangs when they put 9 past the Adelaide Adrenaline last week here on Sunday. Here's Carpenter. The Mustangs
Good
on
pass.
the receiving end this time is Gibb Shadeen. Drives it, muscles off Corey Stringer, back to the point. Here's Webster, fire, and he scores! 9-0. And
Oh, dearie me.
And
He's
well,
off.
yeah, I think he's taken himself off.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've had enough.
maybe a bit of precognition on my behalf, but in comes Jack Hayes. As Nick Novosedlak heads to the change room.
And to me, that's terrible coaching. You've got a young goaltender trying to prove himself. I know being pulled is not a good look, but to let him deny and go through when his defence let him down constantly is just... That's the worst thing you can do to a young goaltender. It's just not good enough.
Well, yeah, okay, I get your call, and, at the end there, you're right. But, of course, the floodgates have opened, and his confidence has been shot.
So that's Webster's 2nd goal of the game and the season, as the other All-Star game captain has notched yet again, and here's 7 minutes remaining here in the third, and it's all red, white and blue at the moment. Here's Beatty over the blue line. Beatty, 3-on-2 break here for the Mustangs. And, well, I guess the objective now for the Mustangs is stop it getting to double digits.
Yeah, correct.
Which I don't think has ever happened in a derby so far.
No. Here's McCoy. As Delsar lays the body, it's moving in front. And here comes Kokanen. As he gets hauled down, and penalty coming up. That's going to go against Austin McKenzie. As Hayes heads to the net, here's Jamie Burke now. Burke shoots, Davis to save, and he covers.
Yep.
Oh, so another player here would get a chance to prove themselves, giving away a penalty they really shouldn't have here. Just holding Kokanen up.
Yeah. The call was tripping, but holding either.
But you can see here after this last goal, Nova said like he really is.
No, I've had enough.
He's definitely enough. He's depressed. He didn't even look at the bench. He just took himself off.
Yeah,
Jack Hayes now in the net. Now what do you do tomorrow? They're playing a game tomorrow. Do you start with Hayes or do you give Nova Sedlak another shot at it?
Depends on how good his counsellor is.
So Mustangs now on the power play. Can they get one on the board? Well, they win the face-off to Beatty. Out towards Perron. O'Kane out wide, looking there for McDowell. So leading the race of the puck there was Graham for the Ice, and he's happy to play that one off the glass and will clear the zone. Ice will make a quick line change. Still with that 6 minutes to go in this third period. And now Perron from the high flip pass. Gets there first, waiting for Jones. So Perron loses an edge, but keeps control of the puck and gets it out towards O'Kane. O'Kane looking for Beatty. Now McDowell. Jones. Yeah, out towards O'Kane. Couldn't find him. At the moment, the Mustangs just trying to look for a chink in the Melbourne Ice defence. And they get a shot away, but they... And it's going to be cleared away. Here's a chance for the Ice as Hughes finds Brown. Brown up against Hayes, and in the end, Hayes did well. I think he got a little bit of stick on it.
He did.
The play broke up. But a breakaway short-handed, that would have just rubbed salt in the wound for the Mustangs.
Wow.
So McMahon to Vyasov.
They're all over him at the moment.
And there you go. So Vyasov loses an edge and opens the door now for Buckman. Kokkonen to McMahon. Now Vyasov has been very quiet tonight. Out. So Armstrong out towards Powell, back towards Armstrong. Top of the crease is Hughes. Will they find him? As the penalties are over, so back to 5-on-5. To Joey Hughes to the top of the crease. Unfortunately, his teammates couldn't find Navola out of the penalty box, serving for Balik. Just gets fires a shot on Ned Davis to make sure he's still alert and awake. Now Carpenter looking for Armstrong and Delsar. Plays come unstuck. Stringer. Hasn't been too bad for the Mustangs tonight. He sends in the corner now Graham with 36 seconds remaining. Rink wide pass. So Cornford. He was nearly wiped out there by Burke. Now Cornford gets the puck back to Delsar. Takes a tumble, gets it out towards Webster. Webster looking for a hat-trick himself. Now Cornford to Delsar. McKenzie fans on the shot. Gets a shot away. Hayes makes the save with 5 seconds remaining. Carpenter winds up, shoots. Puck spills free. And that is it. The Melbourne Ice have absolutely destroyed the Melbourne Mustangs 9-0 in a game that will have ramifications, I think, around the league, not just for these two change rooms. But with that performance from the Melbourne Ice,
Whoa.
I think a few teams will be very worried.
They stamped their authority in this game, that's for sure.
But one team I think immediately be happy will be the Adelaide Adrenaline.
Oh.
Well, I'll just say that it was a reversal. I said it during the broadcast, but the Mustangs put 9 past the Adrenaline last week, and now they were on the receiving end. So polar shifts of epic proportions in terms of the Mustangs. But, yeah, they're going to have to put this one behind them
Without doubt.
to regroup in the next 24 hours when Adelaide come to town.
Yeah, this is where the coaches step into play. They've got to just get their team in there now and regroup. As for Melbourne Ice, I think they can celebrate a little bit in their rooms at the come of age.
As a coach, do you even bother reviewing a game like this? Or you just throw it away and you just worry about
Throw
next...
it away, but you want to make sure mentally the Mustangs are there to play for tomorrow.
Absolutely, but the Melbourne Ice, all credit, they were incredible tonight.
Yeah, fantastic.
You know, the lines, particularly three lines, the cycling, and the amount of plays, obviously, are very much structured, planned plays that came to fruition.
Yep, 6 minutes into the second period, that was it. They were all over. They just stamped it.
I gather, from what I picked up with Charles Franson, he's one of those coaches who's never happy, but even he might even crack a smile at this one.
Well,
we see there, Nick, though, said like he's had a rough night and he still looks a bit upset about that one, but I hope he puts it behind him as well.
Yes, well...
He's a good kid. You see him, he's a good goaltender.
He is a good goaltender.
He was just let down by his defence.
Well,
constantly.
exactly right. Very good effort from Melbourne Ice, and the Melbourne Ice crowd are loving it. And
As
rightly
they should.
so.
They have packed O'Brien Group Arena for this one.
Well, you know. Whew. Yep, lots of smiles.
So we'll wrap things up here from O'Brien Group Arena. The end result was Melbourne Ice 9-0 over the Melbourne Mustangs. Joey Hughes with a hat-trick, a couple of goals to Buckman and Webster as well. And a tough day for the Mustangs as Davis got the shutout as well for the Melbourne Ice. So on behalf of my co-commentators, Steve White and Paul Jaffa-Watson, we hope you enjoyed today's game and we'll see you next time.
Great effort, that. Great effort. Great effort, mate.